Day. From CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, this is the National Football League.
We are just about set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. A few moments ago, they raised the 12th man banner, and this place, as usual, rocking and rolling. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Two teams that came into the NFL together back in 1976. The Seahawks and Bucs are underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Down, Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Intended for Antonio.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into
looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A rare pick six thrown by Tom Brady. He'd thrown only 14 regular season pick sixes in his career coming into this season. A couple others in the playoffs, the one to Robert Alford in Super Bowl 51. And you might remember the Titans' Logan Ryan doing it late in the wild card round loss a season ago. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Jones. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Jamal Adams there on the tackle.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Brady's pass intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Well, 1,000-yard rusher each of the last 2 seasons. It's Chris Carson.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They run it with Carson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They'll run high, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Jason.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the 1st score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is taking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st down.
Brady now on 1st down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete. Brady took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some
pressure. Comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Here's Brady to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Gronk, so tough to cover. Sometimes the flag's going to come out.
His size and his ability create a lot of these pass interference calls. If you're trying to go through him to get to the ball, That's almost impossible, and he benefits on the play.
Fournette a first down carry, but he'll get only a couple before defenders are there to meet him.
The tackle made at the 36.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They do go for it. It's Brady. He's going deep for Brown. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play at that time.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Carlos Hyde with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They boat race someone. Heck, his car. race. motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it is now 21-0. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
Myers to kick off fourth.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Brady on the bootleg. Looking downfield for Godwin. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. So far, this has to feel like a horrible dream for him. He's thrown more completions to the other team than he has to his. 3 interceptions.
Now, this will test his mental. This is going to test his mettle and test his fortitude, because once you've thrown those 3, you start to feel sorry for yourself. But you can't do that. There's more football to be played. I was talking with Jason Garrett, the coach of the Cowboys, and he mentioned at one point Tony Romo threw 5 interceptions in a game, but it turned out to be one of the better games he played because he rallied down the stretch and took him to victory.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. The Bucs on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
That's complete to his running back, Evans.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Give
credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him and, Coach, why wouldn't we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now it's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Tampa Bay offense and Ronald Jones leading him out. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Buccaneers.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, Brady. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. This is Jones. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3-yard pickup.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
And looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He swallowed him up. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Unable to stop K.J. Wright there as he slips by for the sack. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this 1st half of action. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The Seahawks take
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
After the interception, here's Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
to David Moore. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Buccaneers' 38-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Hyde. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Carlos Hyde on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop.
They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the...
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over.
The second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw on 3rd down, Brady. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again, Wilson.
Looks for Lockett once more. This time he's got it.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now it's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To throw again is Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. But now it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Here's Carson. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They had a big 1st half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the 2nd half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime?
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. That's Shaq Barrett, last year's sack leader, gets in there to register another one. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson going for Metcalf on the... He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are running away with this one.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
Teams always want to send messages. I think that was quite a statement there to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, less than a minute in. Already that quick long strike. They are setting the tone for the 2nd half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking downfield for Godwin. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Intended for Mike Evans. Incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any any defense. You never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. First down, a run with Hyde. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense continues to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Kickoff for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Airing this one out for Evans. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Brady's pass.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there that time, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
first down.
But whenever you talk about players that really broke out in the 2019 season, you better add Chris Godwin to that list. Over 1,300 yards receiving, 9 touchdowns. He was second among receivers last season receiving yards per game at 95. This guy combines great body.
And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah, it's Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Throwing again. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Greg Olsen, 54 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone from your tight end. Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back. Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right? That's a zinger.
J-Don Mickens on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more.
And my goodness, another interception. The rookie Jordan Brooks picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for Chris Godwin.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
4th down.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No, 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 no. They'll run on first down. Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, 28 yards. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Throwing on first down is Brady.
To Evans on the slant.
The 40, 30, 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Complete to Mike Evans.
A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 7.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One receiver to the left is Evans.
The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Complete to number 14.
The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bucs are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Are you good? Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40, the 20.
We live for this.
And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Automatic first down.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now it's Carson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
18-yard line.
This is Carson. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Ball on the stop.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. And Pete Carroll looks like he likes his chances with the offense on the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. On first down, Carson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Now Wilson. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First down.
Good catch there by Mike Evans, and his ability to get downfield and create big plays is something that Tom Brady hasn't had on the perimeter in the last few seasons. Mike Evans often fools defenders with his speed because he's so long. People think he can't be that fast, but he is, and combines it with terrific hands and makes big catches.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And now here is another interception. The rookie Jordan Brooks picks it off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Jordan Brooks. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Offensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And this one was over a